when Ali Carter came back and, also addressed it.
Jaguar Wright has once again shaken the internet, this time by revealing the identity of the person allegedly hunting down Ali Carter in a series of violent attempts on her life. According to Wright, the same individual who tried to silence her and comedian Cat Williams has now turned their attention to Carter, who has been vocal about industry corruption. Contrary to popular belief, Wright claims Diddy isn't the mastermind behind these attacks, but the true culprit's identity is even more shocking. Carter alleges she's been stalked, ambushed, and assaulted in her own home, describing the ordeal as being hunted like an animal. Carter has been exposing disturbing industry practices, particularly involving child exploitation. In a recent Instagram Live, she accused powerful figures, some linked to Diddy, of kidnapping children, forcing them into bestiality with horses and dogs, and filming the abuse for gratification. She also detailed horrific satanic rituals where children were hanged in metal chains, with few survivors emerging unscathed. While Carter didn't specify locations, she insists she witnessed these atrocities firsthand during her time in the industry. Wright's latest revelations have intensified scrutiny, leaving many questioning who else is involved and who's truly pulling the strings.
But right now, I think a lot of people are not ready for someone to tell you that there are 3-4-year-olds that people take pride in sticking bars of children. I don't think people are going to be able to stomach the fact that people tie 2, 3, 4, 5-year-old children to horse stables and have horses and dogs with them, and then they get off on that. I don't think people are going to be able to stomach the fact that people hang children upside down in satanic ritual abuse meetings, and they literally hang them. Literally, by metal prongs, they hang them to get blood dripping out of them, and people go up under and like you're under a rainfall to take their blood. There are situations that I don't think people are ready for. We're not touching the seriousness of trafficking. Like, the videos that I've made, the videos that I've started to make, this is not even touching. This is the gist of it, and I think so many people are quick to raise a sign and say adrenochrome, but you don't know what it means, and you don't know why it's such a thing, why it's such a strong thing in trafficking, and what makes it so strong. You know that they're drinking children's blood, but you don't know what they're doing to those children to make their blood strong enough to cause something to flip your system in order to keep you in the fountain of youth. No one believes that because it sounds like an unreal horror Disney movie that someone wrote. You know what I'm saying? It kind of is.
If you're wondering whose children were being exploited in these horrific rituals, Carter claims most were trafficked into the U.S. from impoverished countries, which is why no missing persons reports were filed. This aligns with Diddy's recent human trafficking charges, though many assumed his arrests were solely tied to freak-offs. However, Carter alleges these disturbing satanic ceremonies were part of the same operation. But the revelations get even darker. Carter recently exposed how Diddy allegedly hosted freak-offs involving underage boys and girls, with the boys enduring even worse abuse. Reportedly, they were denied food to prevent vomiting or needing to douche before being assaulted by Diddy's associates. Shockingly, some of these men allegedly had a douche fetish, handpicking boys and forcing them into acts that induced diarrhea. Even more grotesque, Carter claims these victims were recorded soiling themselves during assaults, then made to lie in their own waste. The girls, while also abused, supposedly faced slightly less extreme conditions, though no less traumatic. Wright and Carter's testimonies paint a nightmarish picture of Hollywood's underbelly, implicating powerful figures in sadistic rituals and systemic exploitation. With each new claim, the public is left questioning who else is involved, and more importantly, Asterisk will be held accountable?
Watching an episode called Pig Night. When I went, they tried to feed us, and I remember it because when
Pig
you
knife.
have to do
Say what?
orders, jobs like that, you don't eat. You're not allowed to eat. You actually have to like starve yourself, because when you have to do those type of jobs, you can't eat because you will throw up.
Really?
If you're doing, or if you are a guy doing it, you will shit everywhere.
Oh boy.
When this happens, your parents will get mad at you. Really mad at you. And if that is a fetish for someone, they use that to their advantage. So if you throw up on someone, you will have to eat it. If you someone, you will have to lay in it. Celebrities that are a constant visit.
Ollie Carter is sounding the alarm, claiming powerful forces are actively trying to silence her permanently. She warns that if she turns up dead, the industry is to blame, citing recent break-ins, poisoning attempts, and coordinated attacks. During a chilling IG Live, Carter shared footage of her ransacked home after intruders, allegedly hired goons, trashed it while she was away. Though she escaped unharmed, the message was clear. They know where she lives. Then more disturbing, she revealed her address was leaked by industry insiders, putting not just her life at risk, but also her loved ones. They didn't sign up for this, she said, fearing retaliation against those close to her. Carter didn't hold back, naming names and accusing specific figures of orchestrating the attacks to stop her from exposing their secrets. With threats escalating, her revelations have left many wondering. Asterisk, how far will they go to keep her quiet? Asterisk.
You get pressured, attacked, stalked, and hunted down for your own information. You get abused and re-victimized again by people who wanted to argue a back and forth this week like that fucking mattered. Okay, you had Stu Peters and Timothy Charles Homestead going back and forth, and nobody has even bothered. Not that I give a damn, and not that I understand that you guys are gonna be that selfish, but nobody has bothered to apologize for all the hell that has happened. But you guys were arguing back and forth, and in that meantime, we lost our home. You don't believe me? Here you go. What once was a full house, we were still paying rent on our house. What we were doing this whole time was moving everything because our house is gone. Our house is gone. This is the peeking out. What was our beautiful 3-bedroom acre home on 21225 Standing Rock Avenue, because everybody has the address, because organizations that were attached to Marx, Sawyer, and many other organizations decided to put out the address, my license plate to one of my cars, and many other of them. So here you go. You can have it, right? Because this is what happens when you speak out. This is what happens when you tell all the truth. This is what happens when you decided to stand up for the children, and when you understand that survivors don't just get to do a seminar, but when you understand that survivors don't just get to just be and then show up somewhere and talk and monetize everything that they're saying. When you realize that that's bullshit, then you will understand. Look at the tactics and pay attention. Pay attention. I'm still not asking you for a damn thing but to wake up. I'm not asking you for a damn thing but just to get outside. I don't give a damn about money, numbers on my platforms. You can have all of it. You took everything. The only thing that I give a shit about right now is the fact that there is a baby in the way. There's babies in the way. There are people that I love that I can't get out of the way. What am I supposed to do when the people in the authority that you're supposed to go to, you can't go to them?
After Ally Carter's shocking revelations, many immediately thought of Jaguar Wright. Like Ally, she's been fearlessly exposing the industry. And just like Ally, she was hunted down and nearly lost her life for speaking the truth. Though they didn't succeed in silencing her completely, they still pulled strings to punish her. Last year, Wright was arrested and jailed for days over an unreturned U-Haul truck, a charge that rarely leads to serious consequences. Let's be real, everyone knows someone who's returned a U-Haul late, and they definitely didn't get locked up for it. This wasn't just about a rental truck. It was a clear warning from the elites, a desperate attempt to intimidate her into silence. But Jaguar Wright refuses to back down. Despite the threats, the arrests, and the pressure, she keeps exposing the truth, proving that no amount of industry retaliation can keep her quiet.
You know, every time I've been arrested for something that I didn't do, and yet nobody said, but did he get arrested finally and get the book ready to be thrown at his very, very, very dance? Y'all watch me get arrested there just for bringing Gene Deal to town.
Jaguar Wright revealed shocking details about the night armed intruders broke into Cat Williams' home while he slept, intending to kill him. Though it's unclear how Williams escaped, the incident left him deeply traumatized. Wright shared that Williams became so fearful he slept in a Kevlar bulletproof vest nightly, a drastic measure highlighting his constant terror. Imagine the psychological toll of living under such threat, always watching your back. This extreme precaution shows just how dangerous speaking truth in the industry can be, when even bedtime requires armor.
And I'll never forget the day when they breached the house. And I left. You know, back in that moment, Cat was still wearing Kevlar to bed. I would get in bed with him at night and he would have Kevlar on. In bed.
In a fiery recent interview, Jaguar Wright called out those ignoring Ollie Carter's warnings about industry corruption, demanding accountability for the disturbing truths being exposed.
When Ollie Carter came back and, also addressed it. On a good face, I tried to say all the right things. I tried not to compromise everybody. I tried. And guess what?
At what moment did it not work? Like, were you like, man?
Same with my son's corpse. For what was the question that loomed about my mind? For what?
Jack, can I ask you, when we see you working with the Roots, you got a Coca-Cola commercial, your album's coming out, you're on Song Cry with Jay-Z for the MTV Unplugged.
I was on the whole show.
Yeah, at what point
Thank God, Mary sucks.
where did the train stop? Like, at what moment did you feel like either you removed yourself or
the
you were removed?
second that I decided I had to walk away, because I knew if I stayed, I was going to either be unalived or have to unalive. I sat on Pierce Morgan and I said, he's going to start little fires everywhere and force everyone else to carry water while he walks away with no response. Isn't that what we've seen happen ever since I did Pierce Morgan?
As y'all can see, Ally isn't the first to be hunted down for exposing the industry. This is what they do to everyone who dares to speak on the dark and nasty things happening behind the scenes. But one thing about Jaguar and Ally, they're never going to stop talking. Today, as usual, people had their own thoughts. One person said, Ally Carter has been speaking out. She's just now getting recognized. Big creators need to do some research. She doesn't make money from this. The truth doesn't cost anything. Another added, Ally is not fake. She never asks supporters for a dime, and she always brings the focus back to the children suffering from this ritual abuse. Y'all need to find another way to discredit her. She has big receipts. So now, I want to hear from y'all. What do you think about Ally almost losing her life over this? And do you think she'll continue to escape these attempts to silence her? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.